Hello, forest fawns. Welcome back to Fawn of the Forest, the tarot channel for sweet little woodland creatures. Today's question is your situationship toxic? Now, situationships come in all shapes and sizes, and we're not here to judge. We're just here to explore how healthy this situationship is or is not for you. So if you've seen our videos before, you can pick a pile by doing the old-fashioned way. This is my new Bambi sticker. I hope you like it. Pile number 1, 2, or 3, just by looking what energy pulls you. Or in just a second, I'm going to spin the wheel, and you can get your phones ready to screenshot or take a picture if you're watching on your TV. And whatever pile you land on, that's your pile when I spin the wheel. So without any further ado, let's spin, and I will see you in your reading. Hello, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Let's jump right into it with the help of Bambi over here. Let's put him over there, and let's get into it. Is your situation okay? Well, we see a situation. Okay, happy, joy. There's something is going on. Okay. Interesting first pull. So we have the Lovers here, which is like, yeah, I think whatever situationship. And usually when we say situationship, it's not the most positive connotation, but, you know, I think that one person is getting everything that they want. And another person is feeling like they're losing ground, or like using this situationship as some kind of rebound, which is fine. I feel like with the King of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords reversed, like I feel like that's one person's energy and this is another person's energy, and it's up to you to decide whose it is. It's very interesting how this is showing up to me, but I think that like right now, I think that it's helping both of you in the situationship in different ways. The question is, clearly one person is more healed than the other or happier, and I wonder if that will sustain. Let's pull some more cards. Okay. All right. Yeah. At some point, one of you or both of you is going to get bored. And I don't know if you're watching at the point where things are getting kind of rocky. It did work at some point, but then, yeah, things change. With the Three of Wands reversed, I see someone being like, I'm blocked. I can't go further. But then it's right next to the Two of Wands. It's like, I want to go further. But yeah, stop from progress. Stop from going further. Maybe one of you falls for the other. Maybe one of you wants a more serious relationship. Maybe one of you wants to change things, and you can't. Maybe one of you wants to start seeing other people. But maybe that wasn't the terms. With the Seven of Swords, that's very like cunning. Someone's going to feel that they're getting away with something. And yeah, I feel like someone's going to feel like they're trapped, and someone's going to feel like they're getting away with something. It could be a situation for one of you where you really wanted to hook up with this person, maybe for a while. And it's not like you put a bunch of stipulations on the connection, but you wanted to give it a shot to see what it could become without just quickly categorizing it into like, oh yeah, this is just like friends with benefits or whatever. You just wanted to see what could happen. Maybe you had feelings for this person for a long time, if that's you. I'm going to say you, but I think obviously there's two people. In some cases, more than two people. So yeah, I'm just going to go with that. But you can decide which kind of end you are on this. Yeah, the person who has kind of more used the situationship as a rebound is going to start to feel like they're getting away with something. They're getting a free ride, and they're gonna exhibit a little bit of cunning in the sense of like, oh, I'm just undecided. I just don't know. But they know that they're not ready for whatever it is that you want. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, what started off for, whatever party it started off like happy ever after. Oh, I'm so happy. Like I think that you have good intentions, but with this reverse Ace of Pentacles, that means like a loss of resources. I do see you being drained. Again, this might not be you, it might be them, but I think I want you guys to use your intuition to see what calls to you more in terms of which energy is yours and which energy is them. And then on their side, it's like, okay, the Six of Pentacles reversed is like holding power over somebody else, or like you owe me something, which isn't the best energy to have over somebody. And then we have the Three of Swords reversed, which is interesting because they also had the Ten of Swords reversed, which is like pain or endings, in this case, heartbreak, but it's coming out of like healing. I do think that whoever this person is on this side of the energy is using the situationship as some kind of like validation, ego validation perhaps, or just like healing from a past relationship. Let's see, yes, he wants to collaborate. Underdog. Oh. Okay, they want to be in control. Yeah, I just don't see you guys on the same energetic spheres. I mean, this is what happens with situationships, right? So I feel like you quote, is you're like wanting to collaborate and build something with this person. There's a little tiny part of you, maybe not so tiny, that like hoped that this would turn into a real relationship. And you're willing to fight. You're willing to fight and be the underdog. But the thing is, like, you have to have a partner in your fight. And this person I see more as like, well, this Emperor is like nurturing. It's kind of like male. It's kind of like the divine male nurturance. And then the Hermit is introspection. And I see it just being more about them than about us. If that makes sense. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Options. Okay. All right. So we have Three of Cups, which is like happiness, like celebration, social. And then, yeah, I think it's just, again, it's reiterating that you bring to the table kind of like goodwill. But at some point, you're going to start to see like, wow, okay, I really believed that this was going to lead to something more substantial or more just meaningful for me. And I don't see that happening. This person on this side, whether that's you or them, is like going through just a lot of mental gymnastics, honestly, and is not in a place to have more than a situationship, which is just good information to know. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Again, it's like over-functioning, under-functioning, man, oh man. Okay, and you're not going to feel fulfilled. You're working hard. You're the only one working at it, and so you're not going to feel fulfilled. This person, and I get that they, a lot of masculine type cards have come up here, and this person is resistant to change. The Death card reversed is like resistant to change. King of Wands is like wanting to be the king of their own castle, and like, yeah, like maybe focusing on something that's really important to them in terms of a project or creativity or things like that. And basically I see it like kind of being like, yeah, they're just trying to get back on their feet, like mentally, mental health wise, ego wise, and they're just not on the same page. So let's just pull some more cards here. Yeah. Yeah, at some point they're going to want to exit the relationship with the Six of Swords. And who knows? I feel like some of them are going to be like, I'm going to go abroad or something like that. Like they're going to drop some kind of news. It's going to be like, oh yeah, this is kind of going to have to end because it's over. I'm going to move to Latvia or something like that. Hey man, knowledge is power, I guess. And you are awesome. Just so you know, you are awesome. You are the Queen of Wands, or I just think that this person who wanted to make this work is awesome and has a lot to give. However, like, you can't turn water into wine with somebody who's not willing to, you know, work with you. Let's pull, whoops, more on here. Eventually, okay, yeah. Eventually, and some of you might be INFJs because I see like the door slam. I see like a door slam being like, okay, this person's messing up with my peace and I like them, I care about them, I wanted something, but ultimately I'm gonna have to walk away because like I'm not being met here. Knight of Pentacles, saying one thing, doing another, or just like lack of commitment. Yeah, this person in this energy is not going to commit at all, and they're like not going to fight either. So yeah, it's good to know. Sorry if some of you are crying right now, but I assure you that you are awesome, and there is another chapter, and we're gonna look at some composition oracle deck cards to kind of wrap up your reading. Secure. Okay, yeah, I mean, that's secure is reverse, so insecure. Yeah, that's not what you need. Celebration. Yeah, you're not going to be able to celebrate. And rewards. Okay, yeah, I mean, okay, I feel like I'm speaking more of the person who wants to make it work clearly with this. Yeah, you're just not going to get what you need. And in case nobody ever told you, you deserve to get what you need. You deserve a person in your life who is going to meet your needs. Not like do whatever I want whenever I want, obviously, but like you guys have to be on the same page with what you want, and you have to be like us-minded. You are, I feel like, coming to this with more us-mindedness than they can, maybe ever will be able to. Who knows what's going to go on with them. They have to go on their journey, and they're definitely going to go on some kind of journey. This is just a part of their journey. They don't see it as permanent, but you, my friend, deserve a lot more than that. And for that reason, to wrap up your reading, I'm going to pull a Mermaids and Dolphins card for your next step. It's always a really nice deck to pull for next steps. And I'm going to make sure you get a good next step. Okay. Accept heaven's help. Accept heaven's help. All right. It's not as desperate sounding as you have prayed for help. So get out of the way and let heaven help you. I think that this card for you especially is saying, don't feel like you have to make everything happen. Again, there's that over-functiony vibe. Like, I have to fill in the gaps with this person. I have to like initiate the hard conversations about the relationship. I have to define the relationship. No, like, you will benefit from stepping back, which I do see you ultimately doing with this Eight of Cups. You will benefit from stepping back and just like letting the universe, like, you're not in control. Sorry. I know some of you want to be, I get it. I'm going to read off your thing just to give you a little more. You've asked, what should I do next? Yes, indeed, we did. This card responds, trust that your prayers have been heard and answered. Simply rest and retreat for now. Yeah, because you haven't been able to rest because this is like worn you out. After all, you prayed for divine intervention, so step aside and let heaven intervene, or the universe or your higher power, whatever, as this is the help you prayed for. You can assist the process initiated by your prayers through quiet contemplation, not acting all the time. Ask heaven to give you very clear, easily understandable guidance, letting you know if you need to take any action. In the meantime, enjoy knowing your angels and guides surround you in your situation with loving care. You are surrounded by loving care, even if it doesn't feel that way. So situationships are inherently messy, as we know. You know, I think a big lesson that you'll take away from this one is that you don't have to work so hard. You deserve to be met where you're at. You deserve to have your needs met. And somebody who is not meeting your needs is not a challenge for you to chase after and force them to change. It's a challenge for you to just watch them and let them be who they are, and then accept whether or not you want that in your life. So I hope that was helpful, pile number one. If you like that, please like and subscribe. And this is a fledgling tarot YouTube channel, so please tell all of your fellow forest fawns about Fawn of the Forest, and I will see you in your next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number two. Welcome to your reading. Today's question, an ever-pressing question, is your situationship toxic? Situationships come in all shapes and sizes, so let's just see what's going on with yours. I have my little Bambi sticker to help us today. Because, oops, this is Fawn of the Forest. Okay. Interesting. Oh, finally the King of Pentacles shows up upright. Okay. Interesting, interesting. So, your situationship partner, is that a word that we use? I think that you guys are both individually in good places, like within yourself. You both feel strong, you both feel empowered. However, the connection, you guys both have misgivings about it. And whether you're on your one party or the other, one of you feels like this is a bad decision. I doubt this decision. Should I be doing this even? Should I even be trying this? This is a bad idea. The other one feels like this isn't going to get anywhere. This isn't going to go anywhere. It's going to be a waste of time. And maybe even like I sacrificed the friendship if there was a friendship here for something. I feel like there's a little bit of regret and nervousness, indecisiveness, showing up. Okay, so I'm just gonna say for you, I'm gonna say you as like the Queen of Cups side and them as the King of Pentacles. That's kind of how I'm looking at this. But you might resonate with either energy, so use your intuition to decide which party you are in this reading. But I'm gonna just say you for simplicity's sake. I feel like you feel drained creatively and emotionally by this. You're like already feeling the ill effects is what I'm hearing, the ill effects of this setup, and you feel like this is beneath your pay grade in terms of your emotional intelligence to do. They feel like they're like grateful that they got the chance to get with you, I guess you could say. But I don't know, with this Three of Cups, I'm also seeing like, is there a third party? Is there another person that is in their life that like, is it, for example, that you hooked up after they broke up with somebody? Or is it like they're not even telling you? Okay, yeah, you're willing to work. You're willing to work on the connection. You're willing to, and they're not balanced and they're vulnerable. Oh, yeah. I think you feel, excuse me, I think you feel that this was maybe not the best decision for you. Because you're obviously stressed out, although I think you're waking up to how to get out of it. You were hoping this would be like an end to a chapter or something like that. With this World card in your energy, like you felt it was going to be like an end to a chapter and the beginning of a new one, possibly. But yeah, I see it being like you just feel halted. You feel like, all right, is that it? And you're pretty stressed out about it. It might be costing you some sleep. This is like the can't sleep card. I can't sleep card. They're off balance. Justice is like balance. It's like agreements. I feel like that. Did you guys have a discussion about like what this? I don't know with this reversed Queen of Swords. I'm like, I don't know if you guys really discussed like the terms of this situationship, and maybe that was by design a little bit because people can get away with more when they're vague. This person doesn't like that you see through them in some way. I think that they feel you have some emotional insight into them that makes them vulnerable. And it's at a cross purpose with how they want to see themselves. They feel like, yeah, you might expect something or you might say something where you're expecting more, and they're like, well, we never talked about this, so they can kind of hide behind, or a person in this could be you too, can hide behind not really being clear from the beginning, like I said, by design. I think you already know what you need to do. I don't think you're happy. I think you're stressed out. I think you're halted. I think you're tired, like quite literally tired with this Four of Swords. And then they're being stingy. They're being stingy and they're like I feel like their energy is sabotagey. Because whenever you see the Knight, that's interesting too. Because sometimes with the Knight of Wands, it's like, I think of it as like, for lack of a better word, like big dick energy. And like knights are usually on missions. So, oh gosh, is it like something about like their sexual performance? Oh. Oh yeah, I see you getting really turned off. Like they're going too quickly or something. And they're just trying too hard in a weird way. Yeah, I see things going off the rails. I see like the sexual attraction just like going off the rails in not a good way. I'm sorry, but I feel it's like you're kind of going to see them as being either withholding or just way too impulsive and way too like aggressive and gruff on some level. And they might be like working out their own emotional stuff, but they do not need to work that shit out on you. All right. Yeah, I feel like for some of you watching, this is going to be like, this is like a first or early relationship type deal for you. Early sexual, maybe early. And it's like, ultimately, I see it as being like, all right, lesson learned. I had to start somewhere and I chose this person for like some of you. And it's like, yeah, like you have to start somewhere. The Fool showing up on a new journey, kind of. It's like, and the Fool is associated with the planet Uranus, which is all about like the individual. And it might be you waking up to the fact that like, yeah, you can have these types of relationships now, but this first one is not going to feel super fulfilling. Like, no, these cards are not saying that. And they have a little bit of like an interest maybe in making something work out, but I don't think they have the capacity for it or the passion for it. And I think you're just going to feel that. Let's just pull one more around here. You know, you want someone who meets you and who is introspective. I see you kind of like, maybe you're even going to meet somebody else who you're like, actually, this is a better fit for me. And if I'm being honest with myself, this isn't really working, or it just turned kind of, not ugly, but it just turned unpleasant. It turned into something that I don't enjoy. Almost like you get the ick. And it's so weird because it's like, for them, then I feel like they're going to be like, wait, I want to, try again. Or they're going to feel like they're like cast out. But I don't know if that's really about like liking or loving you so much as just like, that's just, they're a little chaotic and they don't have necessarily the footing, is the word that comes to my mind, to be able to engage with you in the way you want. So I hope you're not crying with that, Situationships are complicated. That's why they're called situationships. I'm going to pull some composition oracle cards for you just to see what else it has to say. Okay, respect. Okay, I don't think you're going to feel respected. Oh, I'm sorry. Belief and adapt. Yeah, I think that you obviously, as a person, deserve situations where you're respected. I don't feel like you're going to feel respected. Just because you believe in the possibility of this turning into something better or being fulfilling for you, I think that the gift is in your belief just generally, but I don't think it necessarily is a gift that they deserve to hold. And it's so interesting, this adapt card here, because I think that some of you, and I really am excited for this for some of you, you're not going to take, the like takeaway from this situation is not going to be like, oh, I'm undesirable, nobody wants me, I'm rejected. And thank God for that, man, because you don't deserve that. I see it kind of being like, all right, like I see it almost like secure attachment. You're going to be like, all right, well, this person can't give me what I want. And instead of making that into a story about me and my lack of worth and desirability, it's going to be, all right, well, like, I'm going to adapt and I'm going to keep looking. Not adapt to not being wanted or whatever, but adapt and being like, all right, this didn't work out. That is like the definition of like secure attachment. Almost like, okay, yeah, if you can't give me what I want, I'm like kind of no longer attracted. And maybe that's what's going to happen for you guys, which would be badass, honestly. Let's pull a final next step from the mermaids and dolphins for you for a nice next step. Okay, I like this for you. Make a decision. Feeling stuck or indecisive? Listen to your intuition and make a decision. I think some of you already have the decision. I'll read off the little handbook for you though. And it's pretty straightforward. Sometimes life feels as if it's at an impasse while we await heaven's next instruction. By drawing this card, however, heaven asks, what do you want? A good question. Sometimes we totally forget about that. Sometimes the universe asks us to be the decision maker. And this is one of those times. Yeah, the universe is waiting on you to make a decision this time. Instead of passively allowing life to push you around like a canoe without oars, you are counseled to take charge and set your own course. Know that heaven gives you all the resources you need to pull yourself out of any situation as long as you make a firm and clear decision. You must make a firm and clear decision. You cannot be half-assed about it. That's not from the book, that's me. Your decisiveness is the catalyst for heaven to clear the way for your manifestation. Let go of all fears or worries and focus only on the destination you intend to reach. And enjoy the journey along the way. That's the adapt card energy coming through. I think it's pretty self-explanatory, pile number 2. I feel like this is a really empowering read for you. Some of you guys might not feel that way, but I do. I think that as, you know, as disappointing as maybe the situationship might turn out to be or just kind of go sideways, I do think that it's gonna actually reinforce in you, like, no, I deserve to have my needs met. And I think you're going to feel powerful, honestly, when you make a decision. So I hope that reading was helpful for you, pile number 2. If you liked that, please be sure to like and subscribe to this channel. It is a fledgling tarot YouTube channel, Fawn of the Forest. And tell all of your fellow forest fawns out there about this channel. And I will see you in your next reading. Bye. Hello, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading. We have Bambi here to help us out today. My new Bambi sticker. Hello, I'll put you over here. Today's reading is on, is your situationship toxic? Is there such a thing as a non-toxic situationship? Well, maybe. I already shuffled your cards before I hit record, but something told me to shuffle them again. Oh, and 2 cards fell out. So, wow, I'm getting a lot of... I'm getting a lot of feedback here. All right, let's go. Is your situationship toxic? Interesting. Wow. These are all court cards. Oh, wow. Okay, so all the court cards. It could be people. Are there 4 people in your situationship? Ooh, okay. You know, I'm seeing somebody who's not fully out of another relation. I'm seeing 2 people who are maybe, and like maybe, yeah, you did break up or whatever, but emotionally, I don't know if you're out of them yet. I don't know if y'all are out of them. I don't know if you're done. So, okay. I'm going to do a reading on like your energy versus theirs, but I want you guys to use your intuition when I say you and them for simplicity's sake. You might resonate more with them. You might resonate more with you, but that is up for you to decide. For simplicity's sake, I'm just going to say you, and then you can make your own decisions, because that's what life is all about. So for one person here, I see a very upset woman. I see a woman who is upset, and I get a sense she's an ex. And I see the guy being like, or the guy, her partner, being like, no, I'm good, but I feel like someone is upset. The other energy here is the Knight of Cups and the King of Pentacles, which is like wanting romance and wanting, or just feeling like I'm in control. I have everything I want. I need clarification because this is, it's not, oh, another court card. More court cards. Oh, holy moly. Oh, shoot. Is there like a marriage or something going on? Is someone getting divorced or something? Jesus. Because justice, you know, justice is about balance. When it's reversed, it can be about imbalance. And sometimes when it shows up, it could be like a marriage or some kind of legal contract, but it's reversed. So it's like, that's why I asked, is it like a divorce going on? Yeah, I see some upset people here. Someone is just using, oh, I hate to say this, but it's like, someone is kind of just like harvesting energy. Like harvesting somebody else's energy. And I don't like that. It makes me feel like War of the Worlds, like the aliens harvest humans and stuff like that. But I mean, it's dark. It gives me the chills, honestly. I don't like this person's energy. I feel like this could be the person that's like breaking a legal tie or situation. I just see someone leaving a lot of destruction in their wake and just like hoarding attention, hoarding sex, hoarding love, hoarding people. I don't think you want to be a part of that. Let's see. Escape. But you can't. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I feel like some of you want to get out of this situation because it's like you're getting nothing out of it. And maybe that's why you're watching this video. You want to ascend, not even just with the relationship, but in your life, and you feel stuck. With this Three of Wands reversed, yeah, you're stuck. You're like, wait, I can't move forward. And then in their energy, we have like the Seven of Swords reversed, which is, I like this card kind of because, okay, when I see it upright, it's kind of like, oh, cunning, I'm getting away with stuff. But then when it's reversed, it's like, oh, I think I'm getting away with something, but I actually got caught. I feel like there's some kind of infidelity. This is pile number 3. You got some spiciness going on in your life. I don't know if you enjoy that. Sometimes spice can give you heartburn, right? Or in my case, what is it? Citrus, acid, any acid. It can turn bad and give you heartburn. Judgment reverse is like refusing to wake up, like being like, no, I can just sleepwalk through my life. That's their energy. I think it's becoming obvious to you that you don't want to be around this person's energy, and you want to get out, and maybe you've attempted to end things or whatnot, but you've had trouble doing that. You're feeling stuck in your life. I think it's important for you who want to get out of this, and maybe have acknowledged that to yourself, if you have yet, that like it's about getting your ducks in a row, stacking up your cash, like getting like the logistics in order. And for some of you guys, you might be like getting away, moving out, just like kind of not ghosting them, but I mean, if they're making your life miserable and all that stuff, you might just want to like really step back from the relationship. You're waking up to the fact that like, oh, wow, I thought that this person was one thing, and I thought that things that were not real were real, and things that were on the table that they were offering were real, and they're not. The Seven of Cups reversed. There's a side of them that's come out that's really not pleasant. It's like authoritarian, just maybe kind of mean, and also just very transactional, very emotionless. And I don't see that as being something, yeah, but oh, you guys are like stuck. All right, there's a lot of stuck energy in the you person, whoever that is. So the Devil is reversed, and that's like, devil is like addiction to it, maybe to a relationship, to a person, to a situation. It is reversed, however, so I think it's like I get the sense that you are trying to break free. And you need a new adventure. With the Fool, it's interesting because I feel like the Fool showed up. It did show up in the last reading for pile number 2, and I think it showed up in the exact same position. And I said this with pile number 2. I'm going to say it again, which is like the Fool is about being an individual. It's associated with the planet Uranus. It's the first card in the deck. And I think like for you guys, you like need to turn the page. You need a new adventure. They are honestly, I feel like they're very they're very focused on their reputation, and to some extent, I feel like they see you as a threat to whatever reputation they want to portray to the world. Yeah, you're fighting. You're fighting. There's so many court cards here. There's too many people involved. There's so many court cards. Yeah, okay, for them, ego. This is the Six of Wands. Ego, like, facing the world. This is my legacy. Communication. Yeah, that's what they want to show and communicate to the world. However, you're seeing another side of them that isn't nice and is mean. And I feel like some of them might have really sharp tongues and say really mean things to you. And it's caused you conflict. And you don't like conflict with people. You don't like to fight with people. Interesting. Queen of Wands showed up in the same position in the last reading too, which is quite telling. Wow. All right. So, Queen of Wands, I think that you are dope, whoever you are watching this, and you will, I think, reconnecting with your creativity and stuff that you want to do. And it's kind of like, it's giving me that like, that expression, or you see it on like pins on Pinterest and Instagram, where it's like, I gathered up all my feelings and I ran from you. If you guys know what I'm talking about, please put it in the comments, because I can't remember exactly, but it's talking about getting away from somebody. You have a lot of good things going for you, and you just need to get back in touch with that. You've been in a bad way. Some of you have been like depressed, or just like maybe even using substances more than you know is good for you, and just trying to numb out. And but I think that you getting out of this situation is going to require some planning, which you're totally capable of. And just remember that you're a badass. You are the Queen of Wands with the sunflower and the cute little cat, and you're strong. And yeah, I think that this person might try to lure you in with like promises or suggestions of generosity, and just to kind of being like, well, give me some time to make up my decision about whether we should like stay together. They're going to play that card, like, and be like, well, don't you think that you're getting something out of this? Yeah, you're not. You're going to come out of it though. And yeah, I see like some really strong ways that you're going to help yourself get out of it. Like, okay, so the Three of Swords is reversed. You coming out of heartbreak. Good. That's good. And then it's right next to the 3. I think that getting together with your friends and your social network, if you don't have friends, find some. Just join a group or something. Go to AA, go to Al-Anon, go to a group. And just, you need a place where you can connect with good people, and where the people are warm and welcoming and non-judgmental. So I see there are some channels for you to get out of this, which is connecting with other people who are warm and positive, connecting with your creativity, and stacking up your money. Those are like reinforcements for you. Knight of Wands reversed. Yeah, that's their energy. And I see like, I don't know. I think that they could really try to, I'm hearing the expression like talk out of both sides of like their mouth, basically. So to you, they might be like, oh yeah, like, I'm healing, whatever arc, like, redemption arc that they want to sell. But they're not, they're not actually doing that. They're very immature. I mean, at the end of the day, I see that about a lot of people. Whenever I see the Page of Cups, I'm like, okay, this person is just like, it's not like the worst thing in the world, but it's just like, they don't have what it takes to be like an adult in relationships, if that makes sense. And honestly, was not seeing the best energy from that person. So let's pull some composition oracle cards for you. And let's get some more words out here on the page. Yeah, creativity. Did I say creativity? That's going to be one of your things. Tradition is reversed. Over. Well, okay. Yeah, I mean, it's possible that you talked yourself into this situationship on some level because, and maybe you were like, well, you know, for some of you watching, I feel like you maybe pushed yourself into like a physical relationship with this person a little bit because you were like, and again, this is some of you, but like, kind of like, well, I should have a relationship. I should have sex. I should be at an age where, you know, and it's just should. I'm not normal. I'm not normal. And so this was like trying to prove something to yourself. But the person that you're with is like on a whole other trip, basically. And yeah, over. What does over mean? I mean, I'm just like, well, over to me means like, well, interestingly, according to this leaflet, it means torment and anxiety. And if that's what y'all feeling, that's probably why you're watching this. I just want to say you guys deserve situations and situationships, if that's, I mean, yeah, situationships are inherently not the greatest usually, but hey, we're not here to judge. Let's pull some mermaid and dolphins. Well, I didn't finish my thought, which is like, you guys deserve situations, relationships where your needs are met and where you're not anxious all the time, where you're not tormented, stuff is not hanging over you. So let's get, a major life change. Blessed change is your next step. A major life change brings you great blessings. Well, that's good. Let's read from here. Whoa, this is a long paragraphs here. Although you may feel as if your life is upside down right now, and yeah, I feel that with a lot of you guys, everything that's occurring is for the best. This card assures you that the changes in your life are actually helping you leave behind, huge theme here, that which no longer serves you. Your spiritual purpose with the old situations is now complete. Yeah, I think some of you had to work out some karma or something with the situationship, but it's now complete. You've done it. Your urge to stay centered in grace and acceptance. Keep affirming, I welcome divinely inspired change, and I stay centered in the eye of the hurricane as change occurs around and within me. All change is for my highest good. I know that love is stable and always provides for me and my loved ones, no matter what our outer situations appear to be. Change ushers in fresh opportunities to learn, grow, prosper, and create new relationships. I see that here too. The key is to keep breathing and enjoy the changes, even if they're intimidating. Yeah, I think there's something that's scaring you, but it's okay. It's going to be okay. If the universe pushes you toward new responsibilities, know that you are qualified in heaven's eyes. So yes, believe in yourself, pile number 3. This wasn't the most enjoyable situation. I think it was karmic working stuff out. I see her as kind of like surrendering and being like, all right, yeah, I'm willing to accept this change. And also be like, all right, if the universe places this in my path, I think I can trust myself to rise to it. And I see, maybe you kind of connected with this person a little bit in the first place out of a sense of like being afraid to face yourself. And all of this is pointing to like okay, it makes sense that you're afraid to face yourself. A lot of people are, but you have what it takes to overcome. You have what it takes to grow and transcend. And I think, leaving behind the old, closing the door is going to be a real surge for you in terms of like your next chapter and how exciting that's going to be. So I hope that reading was helpful for you, pile number 3. If you liked that, please be sure to like and subscribe. This is a fledgling tarot YouTube channel, Fawn of the Forest. So be sure to tell all of your fellow fawn friends about this channel, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye.